Happy Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. She's still in. Hold on one second. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hello, Miss Illinois. How are you? Hi, everyone. Hello, Mr. Gray. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hey, Miss Sabina. We're live. She's back. Hey, Miss Shahini. How are you? I got your 751 approval notice today. So, did you get the other one we're expecting? Let me know. Email me. I got the 751, but we're not going to get a card because your citizenship was approved. Hi, everyone. Come on in. Say hello when you come on. Happy Tuesday. Happy new month. Actually, this is the first time seeing you guys this month because the last time was October 31st, and we didn't have live last Thursday because they said I had to go for training to keep my job with the state of Alabama. Yes, I do I do family-based practice outside of immigration. Yeah. So, but y'all, when I tell you the food, ooh. Don't know if they're watching and listening to me, but that's probably the main reason why I go. Should be told. You're loving this time change? No, because everything is dark at 5 p.m. Like, and I don't function with darkness. Like darkness, questionable. I don't care for darkness. When everything gets dark, it just is. I just don't like it. But anyway, hi everyone. This is Attorney. Well, miracles do happen. Even though I have someone who says that and like, even though. And that's how he says it. Well, hi everyone. This is Attorney 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕, immigration attorney based in Alabama, representing immigration clients in all 50 states. Miss Eleanor's miracles happen. Miracles do happen. Yes. I am an immigration attorney, licensed in Alabama and New York states, but represent immigration clients regardless of the state you live in. If you've got an immigration case, if it's a case that we handle, we can and do represent immigration clients in all states. Y'all, can you believe the year is almost over? Like, it's November. Like, we just started October like yesterday, and the whole month just went by just like that. In November, we're 1 week in. Like, what's going on? And I'm not sure about y'all, but in my neighborhood, people have the Christmas trees out. Like, you can pass through and see, because most of us, I live in a kind of neighborhood where people don't lock the doors. So windows are open and all that. So you can't actually see who's got, and yeah, Christmas trees are up. I'm like, it's not even Thanksgiving yet. Yeah, you boy, I'm gonna lie, like, it's not Thanksgiving yet. But yep, it's like, let the Christmas come when it wants to come. Don't what's the hurry? But anyway, if you need to contact our office, the number is 334-341-4475. You can also visit us our website at 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕.com. 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 is our username on social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Subscribe to YouTube. Please visit our YouTube channel. We're trying to grow our subscriber base, so please visit at 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 is YouTube and every social media platform that we have. I missed y'all last Thursday. I missed y'all, but they said I had to go train, and I was like, I ain't doing this. But be with that just like that, and I had other stuff like I had. Anyway, okay, so Miss Illinois is, I say it really fast, but Miss Illinois is very, very helpful in putting the number up on Instagram, as well as Miss Sabina. So they have it there. That's a follow, subscribe. Social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. We also are on WhatsApp, 334 341-4475. That's the same number on WhatsApp. So we will be glad and honored to help you. You know, this week has been amazing so far. We thank God. A national interest waiver approval for a very, very dicey case that I thought, okay, I was ready for an RFE. Like I already, you know, I tell the client, like, obviously I can never guarantee any alcohol. You know, there's some cases that like, it's worth a shot on this, but, you know, I might expect, you know, it may or may not. And yesterday was approved without an RFE. I was like, God is faithful. God is faithful. God is, I'm telling you, I would rather serve God and find out if I find on the rapture that there's no, but that's okay, than to not serve God, because there is a power greater than I am that has created me and then given me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to do what I do. And then my sweet friend of she's been here it's been a 10-year journey. Finally got her green card today. God is faithful. But anyway, let's talk immigration, people. Let's talk immigration. So tonight I want to talk about interview scheduled. Let me see if I wrote that down. Hold on. Let me wear my glasses. Because interview scheduled while Vawa is pending. What should you do? I will let her know. I don't know if she's joining. What should you do if USCIS schedules an interview when you have filed a VAWA case? So basically, this usually happens when you have a previously filed case, like a regular marriage-based case, right? And then you transfer, meaning you convert from a 9130 base and tell them to transfer your 485 to your VAWA case, basically asking USCIS to hold your case in abeyance. Sometimes, however, what we see is they will still go ahead and schedule an interview in your case. And the question then is, what do you do? Do you have to attend? Do you write them to cancel? Do you write them to reschedule? Let's talk about that. So whenever you file a VAWA case and you have a previously filed case as pending, so that means that your abusive spouse had filed an I-130 on your behalf, and then you filed a 485 green card application on based on that petition. Things happen in the marriage. You now convert to a VAWA case. Usually what I do and what most people do is, in order to save yourself, if you're using an attorney, additional attorney fees, as well as filing and submitting new fees for 485, we write the field office or the service center where the 485 is still pending at the time that the VAWA is filed, asking them to hold the 485 application in abeyance. Basically, what that means is don't process this I-485 application, because the basis for which I filed it initially, which is the I-130, is no longer the basis that I need this to be, the ground I need this to be based on, but I need you guys to transfer that to my newly filed I-360 VAWA petition and hold that 485 while the VAWA petition is pending. The reason is USCIS does not adjudicate the 485 and VAWA petition concurrently like they do in a regular marriage case. The VAWA petition has to be approved. The VAWA petition is a standalone petition. There are people who actually have an approved VAWA petition, have deferred action that they renew every so often, don't even have green card, but they can work, but they don't plan to leave the country. It actually is possible to have that. Obviously, most people want to have the green card. Once the VAWA is approved, that's when USCIS now moves on to adjudicate your 485. But we're talking of them scheduling an interview before your VAWA case has not been approved. So you ask them to hold your 485 in abeyance. You file your VAWA petition. That's pending. Then you send my practice in my firm is whenever we convert from a regular marriage case to a VAWA case, I usually would do the abeyance request. And the law allows you 30 days, or the law gives you maximum of 30 days from the time you request for them to transfer your 485 to your VAWA case to file the VAWA petition. So they will hold your 485 for 30 days. If you do not file your VAWA petition within 30 days of that request, USCIS has the option of denying the 485. That means you're probably going to have to start all over again. However, if they hold that, Now, you have a VAWA petition pending, and then all of a sudden, USCIS still schedules an interview. This happens when your case has not been transferred to the field office. If your case has already been in the field office, that's because you've either been scheduled for an interview or you've had an interview already and you're waiting for your result. So I'm talking specifically about your case has not been scheduled for an interview prior to you filing the VAWA petition. Now you file the VAWA petition, then USCIS goes ahead to schedule your I-45 application for an interview. What do? The first thing you want to do is notify the field office, because once you get an interview notice, then you're going to be, it would include where you should appear for that interview. Send a copy of the abeyance request, meaning what you had initially forwarded to them, asking them to hold your case. Forward a copy of that to the field office, letting them know that you have a pending VAWA petition. So your abeyance request package that you sent initially, in addition to copies of your I-360 receipt notice, that would show that you filed the VAWA petition, it is still pending, and you already requested for them to transfer your 45 to the VAWA petition. They shouldn't have scheduled an interview, but the last thing you want to do is not to show up. If you do not send an abeyance request and proof of you filing the VAWA petition to the field office before the scheduled appointment, then you've got to show up. Even if you send it to the field office and you do not get a response from them, you still have to show up. If you fail to show up, your I-45 application will be denied. Very simple. That means you have to start again, keeping in mind that if they deny your 45 application, that means your work permit application is going to be automatically revoked. And your work permit is going to be automatically revoked. Your advanced parole is going to be automatically revoked. That means you have to file a new one, new application for a green card, new work permit application, new advanced parole application. So that's what I do. That's what I do for all my clients. Request for them to transfer the 45. Please hold in abeyance. We filed the VAWA petition. We sent them proof that the VAWA petition has been filed. Basically that, this is a copy of the receipt notice. But I still have, like right now, I have two cases that were scheduled for an interview. One of them we filed the VAWA petition in October 2022. At the time we filed that, my client's case was still pending at the National Benefit Center, right? And we just got yesterday. Yesterday is no. It was on Friday. I think I was at the seminar. I got the email notification that is scheduled his 45 because it was pending then for an interview. So what we have done is what I'm telling you is the same abeyance request package that I sent last year, sent it to them, proof of delivery, proof of the person who signed for it, as well as proof that a VAWA is still pending. The goal of doing that is this. And that's one thing I included in my cover letter. There's a phrase I put in that so basically, based on what we've attached, proof that a VAWA petition is pending, you cannot adjudicate this 45 until that has been approved. We're asking you guys to cancel the interview and allow time for USCIS, your department, to your agency, to process the I-360. However, should your field office choose not to cancel or reschedule, we will still be present. You don't want to say, hey, cancel, we're not showing up, because, it's, we're dealing with USCIS. So that's what we did in this case. There's another lady whose case was pending at the National Benefit Center. The I-130 petitioner became abusive, super abusive. They sent an RFE for him to send something. He said he wasn't going to do it. At that time, we converted to a VAWA case. And in response to the RFE, we sent the abeyance request in response to that so that they could hold the 485. Now, even though we had done that and, that was back in April. Yeah, that was back in April. We got the VAWA receipt notice in July, sent a copy to National Benefit Center, letting them know, hey, this is proof that we filed it within 30 days of the request. It's still pending. Please hold the 485. But lo and behold, last week we got notification that they scheduled the 485 for an interview. Exactly what I told you. What I'm telling you is what I did. That's what I always do. That's what we do in my firm. A copy of their abeyance package was sent to them. I am very meticulous about getting proof that it was delivered and signed for by somebody. I got OCD like that. Someone has to sign, because then once I get notification that's been delivered, I go on my USPS account and I print out and save a copy of the proof of delivery that has the time it was delivered, the date it was delivered, the person who signed for it. There is nothing you can argue with me on that, because that's proof that y'all in your office, USCIS, somebody by this name signed for it. And so, we did that, sent that out, proof of delivery, the copy of the interview notice, and asked them like, hey, based on this, you can't see that we timely responded to that RFE. We've given you proof that the VAWA is pending. This is at the Montgomery field office. They got the package was sent yesterday. It got delivered to them today at 12:14 p.m. This evening, just before I got an email notification that the interview that is scheduled for November 30th has now been canceled. So that is the whole point of doing it, because it's going to be a waste of everybody's time. You're going to go there and they'll say, well, your VAWA is pending, we can't do anything. Yeah, I told you when I sent the package, like, remember? But every field office is different. So we're lucky enough to get the notification. My client doesn't have to worry. She's got peace of mind now. We'll continue with her life until the VAWA case is approved. The other guy I'm talking about, that's Atlanta field office. Okay, yeah, Atlanta. Let's just leave it as that. Yes. Also, it was delivered to them today, but we will see if they decide to cancel, or we shall see. That's all I'm saying. But that's how you go about handling when USCIS schedules a 45 interview, even after requesting for them to transfer to your VAWA case while your VAWA is still pending. If you've gotten so in this case that I'm talking about, my client, if by the time his interview date is close by, we don't get a response from the Atlanta field office, we're going to have to show up. That's just the way it is. Yes, we're giving them everything, but I don't take chances. We're going to have to show up, because especially with the Atlanta field office, they are notorious for even denying a 45 after they've received a abeyance request. I've had to file a service request to reopen, not an I-290B now, a service request to reopen directly to the director of the field office, telling them like, did you not see my email or my letter stating that we have filed a VAWA? Did you not get the letter or stating that we showed you proof of filing within 30 days? And then you tell me you denied because it didn't come from or whatever. And then we do a service request to reopen. All of that, knock on wood, has been reopened, but it's just that it's very aggravating and very frustrating. But I don't take chances. There's some specific field offices you already know that they're tourists for accent. I don't take chances with that. So I know that if we don't get anything from them, we will show up just to see their faces and say hello to the director, say hello to everybody, and stop by a Nigerian restaurant possibly, and just make it worth my while. But that's how you go about that. I hope that's helpful to whoever is in that process. If it's something you want us to help you with, once again, you can contact us at 334-341-4475. That's all she wrote, people. Okay, let's get to questions. And I have a cold, so if I sound like my voice is funny, I got a cold. I think I got it from... Okay, I got a cold. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Can one dismiss asylum case from court based on prima facie on pending VAWA, abused by U.S. citizen spouse? The case was admin closed by immigration judge 5 years ago. No crime ever, no priority. Yes, that's possible. You can. So it's always advisable to use a lawyer, but you can, based on the facts that you have. Disclaimer: general information, nothing specific to anybody's case. No. Topics are just suggestions if you're in that same scenario, how you can go about that. So that's at your own risk, Neil. If you need us to help you with anything, then you have to schedule a proper paid consultation. We can help you evaluate your case. So based on the facts you've given, that's something that can be possible. Yes. Hi, Miss Giwa. Happy Tuesday to you as well. Happy New Month. My spouse refused to put my name on the list. I need to know if I'm qualified to file for VA because my name is not on the list. You don't qualify to file for VA just because your name is not on the list. That's not what VA is about. Now, that could be part of your abuse evidence in addition to other stuff. But if the only thing you're dealing with is the refusal to put your name on the list, that's not sufficient for VA. That is just that. Plain and simple. Hello, Mr. Maya. How are you? Happy New Month to you as well. Hold on one second, people. Okay. If you get someone singing, that's TJ. That's he sings in the shower. People say he knows how to sing. I guess he does. Okay, let me go to TikTok. Okay, let's see. Like the live. Thank you for sharing. A lot of people sharing things. I appreciate that. Hello, Ghanaian wife. How are you? Can I travel out of the country with a stamp in my passport, I-551, valid from October 26, 2023 to October 27, 2024? Based on a pending I-751, generally, yes. Nothing specific to your case, but generally, yes. Someone in that kind of situation, because the whole point of the I-551 stamp is to show that you are still a permanent resident, but you just don't have a green card yet because of a pending case. Or valid green card, I should say. What is our consultation fee? It is, gotta think a little bit, 30 minutes, 130, 45 minutes, 200, and then 1 hour, 230. I-485 was sent back because of visa priority date, but daughter is in the U.S. above 21 years. I-130 filed. Well, if you file for your daughter, who is over 21, there is a waiting period. So her priority date is not current at all. So you couldn't have done concurrent filing. The I-130 will stand, but if your filing was not, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're unmarried, and I'm assuming she's unmarried daughters, either of a citizen or green card, or it's the same year. They're working on 2015. So if your case was just recently filed, there's no visa number available for her. And if she's going to be out, if she's out of status already, she's accruing unlawful presence, then there may be another issue with having to file a waiver. So those are things you need to consider. If you had used a lawyer, you would have been told that you could not have filed a 485 for your daughter, and you would have saved yourself a lot of headache. Should you include bona fides in both I-130 and 485? Generally, yes, to help make your case stronger and get your case up, increasing your chances of having interview waived. What is VA approval timeline of now? 36 months. I'm so happy I got my green card today after 11 years, and that is Mrs. Jessie. Congratulations. There's nothing like that freedom. You should have seen Vicky's face today. Like, it's like when you've been, like, I've been her immigration attorney. That's how we became friends, and I call her my Chinese eye sisters because she's always like, "You sure you don't have some Chinese blood?" And you're like, "I don't know. Go ask my father." You should, but having known someone's immigration journey and how long, difficult sometimes, but you just keep pressing on. So now see, she was just over the moon. It's been 10 years. So I know she can relate to yours as well. So congratulations to you. Okay. Hello, Miss Delia. How are you? House of Prayer Ministry. Thank you for following. You're welcome. 28 months and my Vawa is not approved yet. Can I expedite? You can if you have, there's no expedite request is completely discretionary, but you can and ask them if they will, if you have grounds that will fall within humanitarian reasons, severe financial hardship, medical issues. Those are examples of things that if you have evidence that will fall within those within those grounds, then you can try to expedite and see. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They'll say no. Can a Canadian citizen work in the United States? No, you must have a work permit just like everybody else. Let's see. Love your salt and pepper gray. Thank you. My friend has been your friend has been waiting, I think that's what's missing, for his EAD renewal based on the pending asylum for 15 months. What can he do? Unfortunately, the renewals, EAD renewals are taking much longer than new ones. That's just what we're seeing. And the good thing is newer applications, new EADs for asylum seekers is 5 years. So that's going to cut down on the need to renew as quick as every 2 years or every 1 year renew. They went from 1 year to 2 years to 5 years, so that's good. But yeah, I don't have any issues. I'm just here to admire your vibes. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go back to. Hello, Miss Pinky. I didn't forget you, but I sent you the link to make the payment. I don't think you've done that yet, but I haven't forgotten. I just wanted to be way over. I actually called earlier today. I actually called them just to see if they will give me that's called USCIS, to see if they will give me any information. Because we already had that interview, but they didn't give me any because it's still, your case is still being that is VAR related. So but check the last email that I sent to you. After VAR is approved, how long does it take for 45? That is very relative, subjective. A lot of factors can go into that, whether they're going to schedule you for an interview, whether or not you've got admissibility issues. Did you send in your medical already? There's a whole lot. Check your email. There's a link there that I sent to you. Check the email. I responded to your last email and I actually included the link. Yeah, you will see it. Okay, let's go to Instagram. Okay. But trust me, I didn't forget. I actually called it this evening, but when the lady came up, she goes, "Ma'am, I can't give you it." And the thing is, VAR-related cases, which I know, but because we've not interviewed, like, okay, maybe they've bifurcated the case, which they really don't do. But she said we can't access it. It's confidential. It's like, oh, here we go. So we're gonna end up sending the letter after all. Happy Tuesday, Mr. Gray. How are you? Hello, Mr. Abu. I sent you an email as well. Mr. Bena, I haven't forgotten to. I just want to make sure that I'm working on it. But last week I was out more than for almost the whole week. Then I came back and I got a cold. And I'm like, which one of these boys gave me a cold now? Or where did I go to get a cold? Or how did I get a cold? But anyway, so if I sound like I'm talking through my nose, it's because I'm literally talking through my nose. I can't. Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Happy new month. Happy new month. Okay, yes, email me. I haven't. So I received. I have the original of the 751 approval. Um, I got. So there's some in the office that I didn't bring home. I have this older lady who helps me out, but I got you to see my home office floor. Y'all like, do you work for USCIS? You should see my home office floor. It's something. It's like what? But this is what I live. I'm telling you, I'm obsessed with immigration practice. It is life. Good evening. Uh Miss Illinois, yeah, the time change of getting dark, yes, but the time change of V and time, we're loving it too. Sissy lawyer, that food, HR needs to. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Now, the state of Alabama may not pay us a whole lot. They don't. And let's not even sugarcoat nothing. When I said they may not, they do not pay us a whole lot. But there are perks in working for the state. One of those perks, Miss Illinois, is I'm telling you, y'all don't even understand when you've got food where they actually have the name of the chef for each of the breakfast, lunch. They didn't give us dinner, but in between breakfast and lunch, we had like break twice, and it was just. And then your servers are right. It was a whole production for. So the seminar comprised of lawyers, DHR attorneys that work for the state, from each county, and then the juvenile judges over the family services, and then the county directors of the families of the each county Department of Human Resources. So maybe because they know judges, I don't know, but they that food was everything. I mean, if I put all the photos, you're like, she Alabama no love for you, but yes. Yes. And it was fresh. When I say food is fresh, like it came from the farm to the kitchen and to your table. I was like, y'all, and y'all be saying you don't have money in this state. Like, see all this spread. It was good. That's the one thing I know that I look forward to each year with that seminar. Like, they're gonna feed us well. I don't do diets. I can't do that kind of thing. But anyway, once again, we represent immigration clients in all 50 states. Call us at 334-341-4475. Send an email to info@olalealawfirm.com. And you can also schedule your consultations at our website, olalealawfirm.com. October went by really, really fast. That was, same number WhatsApp, 334-341-4475. How do I find a sponsor making $135,000 a year? Okay. If you have the extension letter instead of 10 years card, can you file citizenship after 1 year? After 1 year of what? Of having the extension letter, or 1 year of having your conditional green card? Unless you're in the military, nobody outside of those in the military, then you don't file citizenship after 1 year of having. But I don't understand your question. Thanks for all you do for people. You're the real deal. Thank you. Okay, let's go back here. Congratulations. Thank you. How long can USCIS take to make a decision after you're approved for expedited requests? So one thing I've seen in the ones that I have made is whenever, sometimes they will they'll make a decision, but if it's 30 days, and the longest I've gone is 30 days. There's one that 2 weeks after they, Miss Eleanor's 2 weeks from when we got that email, send me a reminder. But there was one not 2 weeks after we got the email that they approved the expedited request. We still didn't have a response, and the lady was really in distress. So I sent them a reminder email like, hey, you mean but Sharon took it 2 weeks ago, and it's you approve expedited request. So once again, I'm back to ask you like, hey, what's going on? And the next day, either that day or the next day is when they approved her case. So sometimes you just have to remind them. Let's see. Okay. If you started filing but it's not complete, can you get a permit if you're already leaving America? No. Let's see. You didn't get a permit just because you're filed. Number again is 334-341-4475. Can someone put in asylum application and marriage application together, or have to cancel asylum to put in the marriage application? They can run simultaneously because one doesn't depend on the other. But keep in mind that if they make a decision, if you haven't been called for the asylum for the interview in the asylum case, then I won't worry about that. But if you've been called, then there's a possibility they make a decision, and if they make a decision that's not favorable, it doesn't stop them from placing in deportation proceedings in spite of having the marriage case ongoing. But they're completely mutually exclusive. Well done. The Lord is just turned. Thank you. Are you qualified for visa lottery while having a pending Vawa case? If you are from a country that is eligible for DV lottery, then the Vawa petition does not. They're two different petitions. They stand alone by themselves. The bigger question is, will you be able to get a green card from the DV lottery, even if you get chosen, if you get selected? That would depend on what your status is right now. Okay. You're welcome, Mr. Abu. Hopefully, fingers crossed. My wife stopped my filing. What can I do? Sit down with the lawyer to discuss your case and see if if someone stopped it. Keep in mind, y'all, that if someone stops the filing for you, that is control, that is manipulation. That is part of what makes up your Vawa case. So when in doubt, sit down with the lawyer, discuss your case, discuss your options, and see where you go from there. Thank you, Mr. Victor. Hello, Mr. Kelvin. Thank you. Shalafia. Yeah. Listen, I was miserable yesterday. I was talking to somebody and they're like, "Oh, you sound off." I was like, "Yeah." Because I was. And I don't do well with cold. Like, because I deal with migraines normally, unfortunately. I'm going to work because I got bills to pay. Yeah. Despite the cold, you still chose to enlighten people. Thank you. Let's see. It was fully loaded when the food topped it up. Listen, that much I cannot complain about. They took care of us. They did. Please, I can't find the number on WhatsApp. Now, WhatsApp. My girl Lydia is the one who handles that. Actually, she handles social media generally. If you've got questions, and that reminds me, if you've got questions, there is no question that's going to be answered on WhatsApp, on social media, outside of this forum, which is a general forum. Any question you have is going to require a paid consultation. I don't care if it's one question or 10 questions. That is my policy. Nobody who works for me is going to change that. because I think I give enough free information. So on WhatsApp, you cannot call us on WhatsApp. We don't take calls on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is strictly for information about consultation and responding to text messages. That's all we do on WhatsApp. You would have to call our direct line, same number, but it's not, you don't call on WhatsApp. Call on your regular phone, 334-341-4475. That number, you said you can't find it on WhatsApp. We are on WhatsApp. 334-341-4475. But calling has to be directly. If you've got questions, then someone will be able to give you information about how to set up a consultation. But nobody outside of myself. I have another attorney who works with me, but no one is going to give you legal advice outside a paid consultation. There's just no way around that. If my father started to file for me and I get married after, can my wife file for me instead and stop my father's filing? So if you are, Marquise, if you are in the country and you are over 21 and you're out of status, then your father filing for you does not help you outside without you needing to file a waiver of a lawful presence, and you would have to get out of the country to get your immigrant visa. Unless you're under 21, which I don't think so, because if you're talking about if you get married, I don't anticipate that a guy's going to get married at 20. I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong, but I got a kid who's going to be 19 years in about a month. Can't even imagine him saying he's going to marry. And then we can talk in that order. But if that's the case, you're most likely going to need a waiver. If the person you're going to be getting married to is a citizen and you came in legally, then that is a way to actually get your green card without having to leave, because spouses of citizens are exempt from your lawful presence bar. Can a Nigerian who came in from the UK file for asylum in the US? It would depend. It would depend on a lot of factors. Why didn't you file for asylum there? Did you file for asylum there? You were denied. So you're better off sitting with a lawyer to evaluate your case. Can you use aboniki that sorts me out real? Is it aboniki? Yeah, someone was saying it's like hard, like it's not mental. In the mental of the cell here is like Oyinbo kind of mental. The one should be talking about is African. Like you rub it on your chest, it would, even the code would just fly like, hey, bye girl, see you later. Listen, I don't live close to where you can get that. I don't live close to any African store or Caribbean store. No, I don't. The closest African store to me is in Jackson or Birmingham, actually. So, but then I can have my mom I need to even have that close by. Love to break the African moms don't play. Yeah. You can mail me one. If we're proud, I would really appreciate that. For real. I really would. Because when my kids get, listen, they're bigger than me, but they're still my babies. Whenever, okay, whoever can mail me one, that would be great. Because I would just put it on my forehead and my chest, because I know I will sleep like a baby. Do you also handle STEM OPT cases? If you receive a STEM OPT RFE, can it change your status, cancel the RFE? Can it change your status, cancel the RFE? What do you mean by that? I'm not sure I understand your... yes, ma'am. Please. I would really appreciate that. Very, very much. Okay. All right, people. I think we got through. I can mail you to more. I appreciate all the love. Thank you, people. I don't care for ginger. I love to cook with it, but that. Okay. Why is there a delay in 10-year green card? I'm wondering the same thing, people. I filed VAWA in April 2021, got combo card and 4 prima facie. How long for decision? They're having about 3 years. So if you filed in April 2021, then you're looking at April, give or take June 2024. Does a VAWA rejection, or you mean a denial, affect chances of future marriage-based applications? It depends on why it was denied. It depends on if you've ever been, if there's ever been allegation of marriage fraud. So it just depends. That's a loaded question that you just need to have your previous cases evaluated and see if it's going to affect the VAWA case or any other previous case you have affect anything that you're going to be filing. Does a divorce affect naturalization after more than 5 years of marriage? Generally not, but what we're seeing now is USCIS is digging deep into, even if you're not filing based on marital union, they're looking into making sure that you got your green card. If you got your green card through marriage, that the marriage was a bona fide marriage. And if they have a reason to think that it was not, then they're denying naturalization applications based on lack of good moral character. So it may not be directly because so 5 years you don't need to marry, but it would depend on what your history has been. So, okay, I'm already feeling that thank you, Anthony Tennant, that I need to get off now. All right, everyone. Happy Tuesday, Krishna. Can someone with an EAD and a pending VAWA travel to Florida? As long as you've got general information, as long as you've got proof that you've got a pending case, you got EAD issued to you, then you should be fine. Do you think the new art center with new hiring would improve VAWA processing time? So far, we have. It's not like we haven't seen any progress. I think we've seen progress, and the reason I'm saying that is receipt notices are being issued faster, way faster. Like we used to wait 3 months. All the petitions that I filed, VAWA petitions, and I'm sure some of my clients, when I say this, they're probably like, this is late to go. See this, don't go for me. We just got it today. So before you email me, just needs today. But all the VAWA petitions we filed on October, what was that? October 20 through October 27, I have all the receipt notices. So that creation of that service standard is actually helping and filing the VAWA itself in Nebraska service. So they're trying, they're making progress. We can see that happening. So I'm hopeful that would also lead to a shorter processing time of the VAWA petition itself. Okay. What God cannot do doesn't exist. Amen. Thank you. All right, people. So it's a new month. It's a new month, the second to the last month of the year 2023. There is Evil Prod says this, what God cannot do doesn't exist. A lot of people say that phrase, but do we really think about what it means? And that takes a different level of faith, because there are a lot of things that would want to convince you otherwise. And say, well, if God was really in this, then this should have happened. That should have happened faster. You should have had a breakthrough and all that. But we have to remind ourselves that we don't use other people's clocks to run our race. And so it may look like, okay, this year has gone by super fast. I haven't achieved my dreams. I haven't gotten my green card. My case is still pending. Has God forgotten me? There's no one that God has forgotten. It's just that our blessings are going to come at the time they're supposed to come. I was talking to Vicky when she came to pick up her green card, and I was like, you know what? I'm sure, 6-7 years ago, 10 years ago, you didn't know how this journey was going, where it was going to lead you to. We didn't know our paths were going to cross, and God puts people in our lives at the right time for a specific purpose. And so this is a new month. Our prayer and my prayer for all of us is that as we go towards the end of this year, The biggest prayer of all is that the year would not end with us, that we'll see to the end and we'll see the new year in Jesus' name. But even this new month, that God will, strategically put the people that need to be in our lives so we can achieve that specific purpose for this month. He will lead us to those people our paths will cross, and we'll be able to achieve that which He has destined for us to achieve. So let's just keep going. The devil's going to try to throw, to hamper things, or give us detours and all that. That's okay. That makes you even more motivated, more determined, knowing that it's not you that fights this battle alone. If you think you're fighting your battle yourself, then that's where you fail. But when you're convinced that you understand fully that it is not you who's fighting the battle, you've got the ultimate defender in God, and He's going to be the one to defend you in spite of. It's not about what people think or say. It's what God says that matters. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye, everybody.